All right, boys and girls, we're trying some new technology today, so bear with me a little bit. I couldn't pull up your worksheet, but it is lesson 8, and it's called Timeline of a Lifetime. So it says timelines show when important things occur in a person's lifetime. Listen carefully to the read aloud so you can fill out a timeline for Cesar Chavez's life. Write the bolded and underlined words in the boxes below. So what you're going to do is we're just going to start with 1, and whatever happened first, there's these 8 boxes at the bottom. So whatever happened first, you're going to put the bold word in number 1. Then you're going to move on to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just the bold words. You don't have to write the whole thing because that'd be really long. All right, so we are going to get started, guys. Here we go. Cesar Estra Chavez was born in 1927 in the Gila River Valley near Yuma, Arizona. So I want you to stop right here. That is one of your topics. So born in Arizona in 1927. So you're going to write born in number 1. All right, I'm going to keep going. As the second of 6 children, Cesar and his siblings loved to explore the golden desert landscape and to gaze up at the sparkling desert sky that seemed to stretch on forever. Cesar was named after his grandfather, who had come to the United States from Mexico in the 1880s. Cesar's grandfather had settled on a small ranch in the Gila River Valley. This was the very same ranch on which Cesar and his family now lived and worked. The Chavez family worked hard, and their family was prosperous, which means thriving or making money. Then tragedy struck. Rain stopped falling in the Gila River Valley, first one year and then the next. Without rain, the crops could not grow, and the cattle died. This was also the time of the Great Depression, and Cesar's family, like so many others, lost their home. There was nothing else to do but sell the ranch. And so, when he was 10 years old, Cesar and his family moved to California to become migrant workers. Stop right here. Number 2 is going to be migrant workers. These are people who traveled from farm to farm, picking fruits and vegetables during harvest time. Like most migrant workers, Cesar and his family were poor, and were often treated unfairly by the people who hired them. They were paid very little money for the work that they did, and that work was very difficult. Cesar and his family had to live in many different migrant worker camps. The camps were overcrowded, and many families had to share one bathroom. The Chavez family missed their ranch. They dreamed of going back to Arizona one day and buying back their home. However, migrant workers earned just a few cents a day for the back-breaking work that they did. There was no chance of ever being able to save money. Cesar's family was considered to be Hispanic because they were originally from the Spanish-speaking country of Mexico. Hispanic, or Latino people, just like African Americans, face discrimination and segregation. However, Cesar's family celebrated their Mexican heritage and spoke Spanish, the language of their ancestral home. So here the word heritage means their culture, their traditions, their qualities, and possessions that were handed down from generation to generation. Although it wasn't always easy, Cesar did go to school in various places in California. In fact, he went to more than 30 different schools. He later said that he was lucky to have graduated from middle school because his family moved around so much. Later in his life, Cesar told a story about an incident that happened to him at school. One day, Cesar accidentally spoke Spanish instead of English in his classroom. His teacher was not happy with him, and Cesar thought that he had done something wrong. Cesar felt the teacher thought, no, I'm sorry guys, I messed that up. His teacher was not happy with him, and Cesar thought that he had done something wrong. Cesar felt he had been treated unfairly, and it made him sad. It was not possible for Cesar to go to high school. He was needed to work in the fields. However, during World War II, Cesar wanted to serve his country. He joined the Navy, and his family was very proud of him. After 2 years in the U.S. Navy, Cesar returned to life as a migrant farm worker. Soon after his return, Cesar met and fell in love with Helen Fabila. The couple married and moved to San Jose, California. So number 3, I believe we are on, is going to be